Vance. I appreciate the invite. I appreciate that indeed. John, thank you very much. Wow, downtown Gary, main intersection, 35 people out on the street. That's something, that's phenomenal. To see the investment, to see the time, the commitment, not just these gentlemen, but the excitement that this has brought to this community, this corner of Indiana. This corner of Indiana that, like three other corners of Indiana, feel left out, feel like they're not part of it. I told the group earlier today, and I say this with all candor and seriousness, I can't tell you a lot of things for sure right now, but I can tell you that when John Gregg's governor, that when those snow plows hit the Lake County line, they're going to quit turning around. They're going to come on up to Lake County. Okay, I think that's important and worthwhile saying. But what I really like about seeing this facility here is seeing dollars come in, where citizens have stepped forward. You've cleaned up some areas back behind. You're going to have a new building there. You're going to raise the parking lot structure and another new structure. Investment in this facility, creating jobs, consuming electricity. People going to work to build it, and people going to work here, helping the tax base and everything. This is just absolutely phenomenal. And this is a story that a lot of people around the state need to hear what's going on up here, not just in Northwest Indiana, but right here in Gary, Indiana. And I can tell you I travel around a lot, and I intend to tell this story. It's a great opportunity, beautiful building. I was boring Vance with telling those were Corinthian. That's a Corinthian style column. Don't ask me why I know that. I wouldn't want that printed, but I do know that those are Corinthian style columns. But just unbelievable when I'm here. And I want to say something about Northwest Indiana. That I said this in 11, and I said it in 12, and I was back in 13 and 14. When we win next year, and it's we win, I just happen to have my name on the ballot, but we win. This is a very special place in the state. It really is. And I don't think, unless Hoosiers have traveled around as much as someone like I have, they realize how special this is and the opportunities that exist up here. I've often said, the sun shines on Lake County before it shines on Chicago. I mean, think of it, boom. And it's true. The opportunity here, sitting at the gateway to the third largest city in the United States, just right over there. I'm pointing over there. I'm a little direction challenged right here, but I think it's that direction. That's phenomenal. I mean, ports, rail, roads, a workforce in manufacturing as we transition to advanced manufacturing, schools, colleges, universities, cities, great places to live for people next door to businesses and to move and raise a family. And we've got such opportunities here. And if we all work together, if we don't concentrate on some of these issues that divide us, if we could forget about dealing with social issues and concentrate on jobs that pay a living wage, if we concentrate on jobs that will cause young people to move here and young people to stay here, if we start making our schools such that when we try to make the schools better, we let teachers be part of the process as opposed to demonizing the teachers in that profession. When we start reminding those students as they're going through there about college, about a 2-year program, about a career path, how people in Indiana need sheet metal workers, and they need carpenters, they need truck drivers. And these are good paying jobs where you can raise a family and be successful. Once we start focusing on those things, then Indiana starts moving forward. But if we're going to fight, if we're going to put a sign up saying, we don't want you here, or we want to start dealing with all these other issues, it's silly. I said it 4 years ago, and I'll say it today. Every time we deal with social issues in Indiana, it doesn't do anything to benefit any of us. This was my line back then. It's still the same thing. This is a state that cannot agree on time zones and class basketball. So what business do we have dealing with these other issues? But with that said, I do find it interesting to be up here today where we talk about Indiana. One of our 5 largest businesses is logistics. You all know that because you've got all types of modes of transportation. I can't leave the largest city in Indiana and can't drive on an interstate from the largest city in Indiana to the third largest city in the United States without getting off the beaten path, without taking a detour. How I came up here today, you all know I live down by Vincennes, and I normally drive to Indianapolis, shoot up the interstate. I drove to Terre Haute and had Tim drive from Indianapolis, and we came up 41. Glad it was there. But you know, that's just improper planning. That's wrong. We don't have a leader in Indianapolis that actually leads. That's what this election's about. It's about a vision, and it's about leadership. And it's that same vision that has caused these gentlemen and the city council and Mayor Karen Freeman Wilson and county officials and others here in this room to have that vision to invest money here in this facility. You're going to see it go forward and help be just an absolute anchor to this area right downtown. I'm glad to be here. I appreciate the opportunity very much. I want to thank these two who I did not have a chance to serve in the legislature with Mara. She wasn't born yet when I left. I did serve with Charlie for the 16 years. I was there with a lot of good folks from up here in Lake County. Dr. Vernon Smith, the late Earl Harris, just to mention a few. Frank Mervan, Chet Dobus, I could go on and on. Judge Jesse Villapando was another. Jesse and I went to law school together, if you know him. And but I just appreciate the opportunity. And again, I want to thank these two gentlemen. And please convey to Mayor Karen Freeman Wilson, thank you, because as we told upstairs, you know, if we wait for the federal government to come back and help Indiana, we're going to be waiting. Now they'll come, but we kind of got to help ourselves in Indiana. And if this area waits on Indianapolis, you know, you've been waiting, as we say where I'm from, till the cows come home. That's one of my expressions. I'll let Charlie explain later. But you know, it starts, and you're starting right here, and this is just phenomenal. I'm going to be anxious to see what this looks like in about another 4 to 5 years down here. I think it'll be phenomenal. So thank you very much. If you haven't, GreggForGovernor.com, follow us, Facebook, Twitter, the whole bit. We'd appreciate it. Again, Vance, John, thank you very much for being here. I appreciate it. Y'all have a good day. Thank you.